Welcome to the Girl Scouts of Suffolk County's Mags and Munchies program. My name is Kelly Dreschler. I am the product sales manager here at GSSC. With the assistance of your service unit fall manager, this training will help you become well informed with what the Mags and Munchies program has to offer for your troop. The best place to start any new endeavor is to ask why. By your troop participating in the Mags and Munchies sale, girls have the opportunity to learn 5 very important skills. Goal setting. Girls set goals and with their troop create a plan to reach them. This matters because girls need to know how to set and reach goals to succeed in school, on the job, and in life. Decision making. Girls decide where and when to sell product, how to market their sale, and what to do with their earnings. This matters because girls must make many decisions, big and small, in their lives. Learning this skill helps them make good ones. Money management. Girls develop a budget, take orders, and handle customers' money. This matters because girls need to know how to handle money, from lunch money to someday their paycheck. People skills. Girls learn to talk and listen. This matters because it helps them to be better in school, sports, group projects, and later at work. Business ethics. Girls act honestly and responsibly during every step of the sale. This matters because employers want to hire ethical employees, and the world needs ethical leaders in every field. Before you could start your sale, you need to know what materials are involved and what each one is for. Let's start with the Troop Guidebook. This year, the Guidebook will be available online with embedded links to bring you to where you need to go without having to search. The council website is www.gssc.us. Go to the Cookies and More section and look for the full section to find all the online resources. The NUT card is pretty self-explanatory. Each child receives one to record their paper, in-person sales. Parent permission slip. This is the most important piece of material in the sale. Do not give out any product to the girls without having this filled out. Once filled out, keep it in a safe place or take a pic and save it to a file. In order to be granted access to the M2OS system, you need to fill out your troop full chair agreement. This is available online. Once received, we will add you into the system right away, and you should receive a welcome email from the system. ACH forms. With the help of your troop leader, a new ACH form needs to be filled out this season, whether you had one on file last year or not. This form can be found online also. The magazine flyer is also now a parent how-to flyer. Each girl should receive one, and the families will now have a little knowledge about the campaign. Catch-up forms. This will also be done online. Appointments need to be made and product needs to be chosen. The cupboard staff will then do their best to have your order ready to go when you show up. Initial sale receipt and receipt sheets. When the troop gives families product or takes payments, a receipt should be given. Any transaction should have a paper trail. Social media toolkit. Available online for you to share with your families. It includes rules of sharing and example posts and backgrounds. Troop meeting guide. This is a handy tool this year for the troops to help get their first meeting started and some activities to get the girls excited about the program. This can also be found online on our website. So let's start with what's new for this year. Okay, so this year the girls get to choose between 2 different backgrounds on their avatar patches. If they send 18 emails and sell $350 worth of Mags and Munchies, they will receive this patch in the mail directly shipped to them. They get to choose their avatar and their background, whether they're wearing their ice suit or whether they're wearing their Girl Scout attire. They also will have available the new Girl Scout store stuff that the new uniforms to choose from also. So that'll be pretty cool. New product this year is we have everything seasoned cashews joining our lineup. And they're super good, staff favorite. New tins this year, as they are every year. The milk chocolate and trefoils will be in this really cute outdoor cabin looking tin. Chocolate covered pretzels will be in our village tin, and peppermint bark rounds will be in our penguin tin to represent our mascot this year, the emperor penguin. Also, what's new this year is the way we will be rebating you. So what's going to happen is rebates will no longer be issued. We will not be depositing them into your bank accounts. What's going to happen is we're going to follow the guide of your system, the M2OS system, and you're going to deposit into your bank account all the money that's due. So you're going to deposit everything that people pay you, everything that's due for Girl Scouts into your troop bank account. We will then set up 2 dates, November 8th, we will be pulling half of your initial sale out. And then on November 29th, whatever you have left due will be pulled out then too. So you don't have to go to Capital One anymore. You don't have to give your personal information to Capital One. We are going to be pulling it from your own bank account to make your lives a little bit easier. And then what happens is we're only going to pull out what you owe less your rebate. So for instance, troops would deposit the total amount due in their troop account. So the example on our screen here is the troops owe technically $1,290. Okay. On the date set, the council would then only pull $1,053, which would then leave the rebate of $211 in the bank account. So you get your money faster. You don't have to worry about waiting for it to be rebated back to you. But we do need to make sure that the money is in your account before November 8th and before November 29th. Both product sale campaigns have the same phases. Our first phase is the initial sale phase. This runs from September 20th through October 17th. Basically what happens is your girls in your troop take orders on their order card and they set up their online sites. All order card sales need to be entered into the M2OS system by October 17th. The parents have access to do this until October 14th. And then the troops then have access from the 15th to the 17th to enter whatever the parents didn't. Anything sold online is already online, so don't add that in twice. You're truly only ordering what's on the paper sales, okay? Nothing that's purchased online, okay? Once October 17th hits, we then place the order with Trophy Nut, who then sends us the product, and then delivery begins to the service units the week of October 29th. The service unit full chair, you can pause now or talk about it later. We'll set up a date with me and the warehouse, so they will be in touch with you as they have a solid date and time for you to come pick up your product from your troop. So the difference between this is initial sale is going to get shipped to your service unit, and then that'll segue us into our second phase, which is catch-up orders. Okay, catch-up orders need to be picked up at a cupboard. So the girls continue to sell product between October 18th through November 17th, which is the end of the sale. But the difference is you have to come to one of our local cupboards in order to pick up the product. You then have to go back into the system and allocate it to the girls. Directions on how to accomplish all this is located on our website. All catch-up orders need to be pre-ordered. We talked about this a little bit during materials. They need to be pre-ordered online with a date and time of pickup. Again, we're still trying to social distance, and it does make life a little bit easier instead of having to wait online when you get to the cupboard. 90% of the time, we have it ready to go for you, okay? So the link here in the presentation is to the form where you would place your order, but it also is available online. I'm sure your service unit will also forward you links after the presentation. So I'm going to backtrack to the slide before this, just to explain a little bit the difference between a promise order versus a direct shipped order. A promise order is a customer places an order online and pays for their product, but the girl is going to deliver it. Okay, so there's no shipping costs involved. It's basically them placing an order and the girl is just going to drop it off. The girl does not need to pick up any money. They just need to drop off the product. The second part of an online sale is a direct shipped. So that would include costs of shipping. So there are more product that the person gets to choose from because TrophyNet does sell more product than was just on our order card. And then they can have it direct shipped to them for a fee. So the girl has nothing involved with this. The sale is automatically calculated into the system. So those are the different kinds of online orders that can happen. Now, backtrack a little bit. Promise orders shut down when initial sale is over on October 17th. So the only time a person can place a promise order is between September 20th and October 17th. That then shuts down, and the only other options to purchase online would be direct ship nuts or magazines that don't have any shipping cost at all. They can also place a care to share order, which I'll go over in a little bit. Third phase of our sale are booth sales. So at the end of this presentation, or their service unit can pause it right now, they're going to talk about how their service unit works booth sales. So I'm going to go over a little bit about booth sales, and then they'll get into the nitty gritty with you. So booth sales will run from October 22nd through November 14th. We will be doing 3 special patch weekends. They can be found online to see when and where. Boot sales, I mean, I think everybody pretty much knows what a boot sale is. Boot sales are, you know, little tables set up outside stores and things like that. You could find tons of resources online on how to set up your boot sale. Boot sales, we have an example here of showing them how great they are for teacher gifts or bus driver gifts or hostess gifts. Wrap them up in a ribbon, you know, market them to the person who's walking by your table to show them that it's not just a snack, but it also could be a gift, especially around the holidays. Please note that boot sales will be contingent on what the CDC is allowing us to do at that time. So as of right now, we are allowing them, but anything could change any moment. So please make sure to check out our website. I believe it's at the top banner. There's a COVID-19 update for you to see where we're at that moment. We started standabouts last year to try to deal with our COVID new world. So people seem to love them. So we're going to let them continue. So they will run exactly the same time as boot sales, October 22nd through November 14th. Basically what a standabout is it's a family run lemonade stand selling product on your own property. So a parent or guardian would sign out the product, just like a boot sale. They'd sell whatever they could, and then they'd bring over the leftover. They then would have to pay for the product online via credit or debit card. And then the troop would get credit, the girl would get credited for the sale, and everything would be fine. So again, this has to be contingent on the CDC and where we're standing about at that time, okay? They do have to be reserved, just like a booth sale. On the back of their parent magazine flyer, there is a QR code that will bring them to where they can reserve a standabout. So just share that with your families, and that way they understand it a little bit more and how they work. Care to Share, said I'd dive into this a little bit later. Care to Share is our program. It's kind of similar to Operation Cookie for cookies, but the difference is we're donating to Long Island Cares, who fills a lot of our pantries here on the island and in Suffolk County. So if a person decides that they can't purchase for allergy reasons or, you know, dietary reasons, they could give you $7 and you could put that towards your Care to Share donation. Every $7, a product is donated to Long Island Cares. At the end of the season, the council sees what's left in our warehouse, and we donate, you know, however many Care to Share items we sold to Long Island Cares. The nice thing about this is TrophyNet doesn't just donate the lesser cost items, doesn't sound right, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. They donate everything. They donate whatever's in that warehouse. And it really is a great partnership with Trophy Nut for us, Long Island Cares, and them. Troop proceeds. So every time a girl in your troop sells product, the troop earns money. We talked about it a little bit on the what's new this year slide. This would be considered your troop rebate. For every, excuse me, for every candy and nut item, they get 80 cents. For all those direct shipped orders that could sometimes add up to more than just 80 cents, we're giving you 10%. So if there's an item on there for $40, it's a basket, it's a gift basket. The troop's going to get $4 for that item, not just 80 cents. So that's a nice perk there. Magazines, you get $1.50 per order. And cadets and older have the option of opting out of the rewards and getting an extra 15 cents per candy and nut item. Rewards, this is a picture of our rewards this year. Again, I said that our mascot this year is an emperor penguin. So she's super cute. Our rewards are cumulative. So what that means is if a girl was to sell, I'm just going to say 85 units, okay? Now a unit consists of a nut item is 1 unit, a magazine subscription is 2 units. So the computer will figure that out on its own. Let's say a girl sells 85 units, okay? She's gonna get all the rewards up to the large penguin or the USB hanging lights. She has to choose which one she wants, and she could do that on the system with her parent, or the troop can choose for her, but she would get everything. She would get the combined sale rewards, the Rise Up patch, the penguin iceberg patch. She'd get to choose the small penguin or the bracelet, the tie-dye kit, and then she'd get also the large penguin or the lights. We do have a separate set of rewards for initial sale. They're listed here on top. So if a girl sells 25 units during initial sale, she'd get the goal getter patch. 35 units, she'd get the cool penguin necklace, and 50 units, she'd get the Rise Up t-shirt. So there's a lot of choices here. This year we have are going to attempt to do again our super seller event. So 150 units, the girl will get invited to a super seller event and a parent. 200 units, the girl gets a free week of Girl Scout camp. And we added a new unit of 300, they would get the slumber party pack, okay? So the rewards are really an incentive for the girls to want to participate. So any questions on that, feel free to shoot us an email or ask your service unit. The plush, I have to say, are one of a kind. They're very soft and well made. They're very high quality. This year, we also have included our cookie crossover patch. So what happens is if you send out 18 or more email in full, and then you sell 150 packages of cookies, you then would earn this cute cookie crossover patch. Once the cookie sale is over in May, we cross-reference reports and see who has hit the mark, and these patches get mailed out directly to the girl. So it's super cute, helpful, caring, thoughtful giving. So what do you need to get started? So as we talked a little bit about the ACH form before, we need a new ACH form on file every year. This year, we're gonna act like we're starting fresh. So even if you had one on file last year, I'm gonna request that we get a picture of a voided check along with your ACH form. We're starting a new process with the way we're doing rebates and collecting money. So I just want to make sure all of our data is correct. You want to complete your troop chair agreement, your troop manager agreement, excuse me. Once this is complete, then we can get you rolling in the M2 system, okay? After that, you're gonna look out for your welcome email. It's usually pretty instantaneous once we put you in the system. Just give us a couple days to get you in, because it's all done manually, so it takes us a day or two. If you don't receive your email access, check your spam folder, because a lot of these things do go to spam or junk. But also you can contact us at productsales@gssc.us if you feel you should have gotten it already, and we can double check or resend it for you. Now, once you get onto the M2 site, you're going to be directed to watch a video. The video is extremely helpful. It explains to you how to navigate the site. So it doesn't let you, breeze past it. You do have to watch it. So pay attention to it because there's always new features and things like that. So you want to make sure you're understanding the system. You can, if you want to rewatch it, you can always go back to it. It's usually listed on your dashboard. If you want to rewatch it later in the season as like a refresher. Your girls in your troop will be entered as to who is registered. We usually combine last year's data and this year's data because it's so early in the season that not everybody's re-registered yet. So we do, if you see some girls in there that are from last year that we're not returning, just shoot us an email. We'll take them out. But that's how we do that because otherwise we tend to miss a lot of girls and it's a lot of second data entry. But we'd rather just delete them out. It's much easier than having to add them in once the season started. When you first log in, I want you to also create your avatar. The girls love to see the leaders and the troop chairs avatars. Once they get into their own site, there's a little room they go to and they can click on the troop photo and it shows everybody that's created their avatar. So it really is a cute thing for them to see their leaders as the avatars. GSSC has a plethora of tools to use. So make sure you follow GSSC on social media. That's usually the first place we post anything. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Trainings go there, updates go there, especially about boot sales, whether they're on or off. We usually try to hit there first and then emails start to go out. So it's really a great thing to like our stuff and that way you can be the first to know. You want to make sure that you're going to train all your parents because they don't understand the sale. They really don't. They need to be taught by the troop on why they're doing it and what are the girls working for. So there is a handy tips and trip for caregivers and parents. Go over this with them, so they understand it's not just, we're not just selling product. We're selling the 5 skills. The girls are learning from participating in the campaign. You want to distribute the material. Again, you want to make sure you get that signed permission slip. Never give out any product unless you have that signed permission slip. There's also a fun program activities guide for fun games and crafts to do with the kids to get them excited about the program. So here's some important dates that we've been talking about throughout the training. Once you go online, you can see your troop guide. It's 8 pages long. So if you printed it back and front and back, it would be 4 pages. It's a lot smaller than in years past. We're trying to, make your lives a little bit easier. But there is a page in there with all the important dates if you wanted to just print out that page so you have it. But September 20th is our first important date. It is the day we start the sale. So the sale runs between September 20th and November 17th. So this is the time frame the girls can participate. October 14th is the last day that the parents have to enter their paper orders into the system. After that, between the 15th and the 17th, the troops have access to finish up and clean anything up in there. Then on October 18th, catch-up order taking begins. So they could still take their order card, but I suggest is maybe making a big, taking a marker, making a big line where their initial sale ended, and then start on their catch-up orders. So they can start taking those orders on October 18th. And then once the cupboard opens, they could start picking up those orders on November 1st. Okay, here's some of our dates for our boot sales. October 22nd to the 24th is National Nut Day boot sale weekend. So if you host a boot sale during that time frame, we will give you a free patch that commemorates National Nut Day. October 29th is when the delivery of product begins to your service units. So they will be in touch with us to set up a date between that time within the next week or 2 after that. And then they'll set up times with you to pick up your product for your girls and your troop. November 5th to November 7th is Girl Scout Strong booth sale weekend. So also host a boot sale during that weekend and receive a patch then. On November 8th, we will be ACH pulling half of the initial sale money that's due from your troop bank account. Make sure if you're not the troop leader that you talk to them about this, so that way everybody's on the same page and understands that the money needs to be in there. We're still trying to figure out if fees will apply if the money's not in there and we try to pull it. So I don't want anybody to be charged any fees. So just make sure that you have your money in there a day or two before then. And that way it's ready to go for when we need to pull it. November 12th through the 14th in Girl Scouts Give Back boot sale weekend. That'll be our last boot sale weekend of the season. And if girls host a boot sale then, they'll also get a free patch. November 17th, Mags and Munchies program ends. So it usually goes a little bit longer, but we're trying to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more friendlier for you to end it before the holidays. November 29th, again, that'll be our last money pull from your bank account. So whatever is due at this point, we will pull the balance. On November 30th, all products need to be allocated to the girls in the system by this date. So anything you picked up as catch-up orders or any boot sales, you have to go back in and assign that product to the girls. The system automatically sets up their rewards. So if you don't allocate the product to the proper girl, she's not going to get the proper rewards. So the directions on how to do this is available on our website. It's not really that scary. Once you do it, you're like, oh, that's it. So really just go in and do that. After the 30th, if there's product in there that wasn't allocated, we then go in as council and allocate it to the best we can, but we don't truly know who it goes to. We're just trying to bump kids up to the next levels. So it's really beneficial for the troops to do this on their own because they know who they picked up product for. Also, if your troop is cadets and older and is opting out of the rewards, you still need to do this because what happens is they still earn the patches. So if girls, hit certain levels, we don't know that. So we need you to do this for us by November 30th. After that, we clean it up a little bit, and then we send it over to Trophy Nut, who then starts packing up the rewards. This year, rewards should be a little bit more smoother. We got them pretty late last year. The company, with COVID, they underestimated how much they needed. So they had to place a second order. But this year, I kind of pre-ordered everything. So I'm hoping, we have enough stuff on my pre-order and they're holding it for us. So we don't have to wait until the very end. So basically our stuff is going to be there waiting for us to just say, ship it. So the last thing we need to do is thank everybody because we know that this is not an easy task. And without you guys, it wouldn't get done. So this thank you is heartfelt, and I really appreciate everything you do for the council, for the girls, for the troops, anybody, because it really is a job. And I just wanted to say that we really do appreciate all of you, and we are here for you. So please feel free. Email is always best with us because we answer them from home. We answer them from soccer fields. So if you email us at productsales@gssc.us, or you can email me personally at kdreschler@gssc.us. We do answer you as fast as we can, and it's usually the fastest way of getting a response. Again, just going to push one more time to make sure that you like all of our social media. That is really where we post first. So if you want to get a handle on anything, that is where to look first. Thank you so much for your time. Any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.